Listen to those birdies. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Hey guys, welcome back to Fruitopia and welcome back to us also. It's late autumn now, only a few weeks away from winter, and well, as you can see, everything is still lush and green. So yeah, even though we get cold nights now in the month of May, and I mean down to 5 Celsius, by the way, even down to 2 Celsius in the ranges, that is the mountains around Melbourne. It gets down to 2. Everything is still green, very green. Well, where I am, right? So, but don't be deceived. It's easy to be deceived by by one day green and the next day yellow. So yeah, I'm gonna have to start protecting the sensitive tropicals ASAP. So as I said, welcome back to you guys and welcome back to us as well. We just came back from a quick short trip, and these plumeria are looking pretty good without any overhead water. By the way, I think we only got 1 day of rain whilst we were away, and thankfully these are not water hogs like the bananas are. So I have the banana out in the rain. You can see there the boundary. But yeah, he still needs water. Bananas are hogs. Let's check out how much rain we got whilst we were away. I had the wheelbarrow out. Wow, that's a bit of water. Not much, but I'll take it. I'll take that. So we did have some rain during that week, right? But yeah, it's full on fall, as they say in America, or full on autumn, as we say in Australia. The fig trees are dropping their leaves. I'm going to really butcher this one for the next season. I'm not going to let it grow this high again, because I want the longan back there to get some sunshine, right, during spring and summer. So this is all going to change in September, October. That won't be there anymore. Yeah, so even though it rained, guys, it's still very dry. It's still, I can tell from the ground that it's very dry, but not to the point where there's problems for the trees. And today is very windy, so we cop it from many different directions: wind, cold, and drought. Yeah, so that's all right. We just have to work around the challenges. Yeah, we got in last night, and again, like every time we're away, the fruit falls, right? The pineapple guavas or the feijoas, they're like Easter eggs. So yeah, there's another one because of the wind, right? There you go. There's another one that just fell. Yep, there's another one. So yeah, that's April, and the months of April and May is when we get the feijoas. And sometimes in June, the first week of June. Still have a lot of mandarins. We picked about 50 of these a couple of weeks ago. Kim made a mandarin orange sorbet, you know, frozen. Pretty good. A good way of using up the mandarins that we can't eat, guys. You can't eat this much fruit in your hand. I can eat about 5 and I'm full. Look at the size of this one. It's the size of an orange. So this is a mandarin, not an orange. So some of them are huge and some of them are tiny. There you go. Look, how big are the mandarins on the tree? Well, from that size to that size. It's not that one tree is different to the other tree. No, it's the same tree, guys. Again, don't be tricked by by folks on YouTube telling you, look at this, look at that. It's the same bloody tree. Trickster. Yeah, so I can't wait to get these bungee cords off and trim the tree so it's more upright for next season. I don't like the way it was hanging. I was very lucky that it didn't snap. I didn't expect this much fruit. This was unexpected surprise. Surprise! A lot of surprises in the garden. Let's see what other surprise we have. The acerola has outgrown me, so it's around 6 foot and 2 inches, so about 2 meters in height. And now, by the way, we had the first mild frost whilst we were gone here in my area, not in Melbourne town. Melbourne city got down to 8, but where I am, it got down to 5. And I don't see any frost, any effect of that light frost on any of the leaves, not even here on the papaya. Look. But remember, guys, that was only two mornings of 5 Celsius. You're not going to see damage over 2 days. The damage comes after 20 days of frost. 20. And trust me, we get at least 20 frosty mornings here in my neighborhood during the end of autumn and over winter and early spring. So we get 5 months of potential frost here at Fruitopia. Not 5 weeks like in Byron Bay or Gympie. They get 5 weeks of potential frost. We get 5 months. That's why you see Ross Creek Tropicals growing jackfruit in a line. He's got like 20 jackfruit trees in a line on his property there. Yeah, that's because he's going to get only 5 or 6 frosty mornings instead of 50 like I'm going to get. So, and he doesn't need to cover them. I need to cover my little baby jackfruit, don't I? Huh? If I don't cover you, what are you going to look like in October? He's going to look pretty haggard like that. Guys, I'd love to have a hedge of jackfruit, but alas, it's just too much work here in Frosty Town. So this acerola, I'm going to have to trim this. Yeah, I'm going to trim the tops. It's too tall. I'm going to bring it down to fence level or papaya level. Yeah, we don't need all that growth up there. Although it would help, that would help to buffer any cold for either of them. I don't know, I'll think about it. I just don't like looking at that sticking up. Oh, and by the way, there's no way I can put frost cloth on that. You can't put a frost cloth on that when it's that tall, right? So I have to prune it if I'm going to cover it. What else, guys? There's a lot to report on. Just in that 1 week we were gone, so much activity, let alone a month. In 1 month I won't even recognize Fruitopia. So it's a daily change, guys. Every day there's changes here. Every day, every single day. Look what the parrots are doing to the feijoas. I didn't do that, and I didn't do that one either. Look. Huh? Yep, they're busy. There's 2 that I didn't get there that I have to pick up. A lot of work. There's 2 that are ready to fall. So a lot of work protecting, a lot of work eating, and a lot of work documenting. Just work all around. So that's why we like to get away now and have some time off from all that work. So guys, what else? What else am I going to show you? Oh, the first dwarf Cavendish decided to give us some tiny little bananas. Finally, these are the ones I have in pots here in the driveway as ornamental bananas. They're for ornamental purposes, so I'm not expecting anything edible. As you can see, that's not going to be edible. But yeah, it's nice to have. And by the way, these, see how windy it is? These dwarf Cavendish have been in this pot for 9 years. That took 9 years to fruit. How long does it take in Melbourne to get bananas from your potted plant? up to 9 years, guys, in pots this size. That's a pretty small pot. I mean, it's pretty big, but it's pretty small for bananas. What else? The persimmon are going to sleep. That's the hachiya, and that's the shuruga, which I keep calling shugura. Shuruga. It's not my fault, guys. What a silly name. I think of the word sugar when I see the word sugar, not shuruga. All right, it's the Japanese. What else? The 2 mango seedlings here, the KPs. I don't know if I should cover them or not. This one is 1.7 meters. It's underneath the ash tree, so it's not going to really get much frost. It'll get some. It's got a wind buffer from the hedge, all around wind protection and overhead frost protection. So I don't know. He's been in the ground for almost a year and a half. His trunk is about 2 inches. The same with the other one over here. I'm just getting lazy, guys. And not only that, look how tall they are, 1.7 meters. So look, they've outgrown the stakes that I had here last year, right? So I need to get new stakes. New stakes for that extra, I don't know, what is it, 10 inches? Let's say another foot in height. So I've got to replace, not a dozen, at least 20 new stakes so I can wrap it. And as you can see, it's come out. It's also come out from the side. So more work. So I was thinking of leaving, this one doesn't get any protection though. Doesn't get any frost protection or wind protection. It's fending on its own. So it's going to get hit hard. It's going to get hit so hard, I already know what it's going to look like come September. No surprises. All these top leaves, especially these new ones, are going to be barbecued. They're going to be barbecued, guys. That's how it goes. That's just how it is. If you don't do what has to be done. Yep. Now these guys, oh well, there's no ifs or buts about it. They're babies. These new mangoes I got last summer, right? These are only, 4 months, 5 months in the ground. So I'm definitely going to cover the Alfonso, the Quesar, the Sweet Tart, and these 2 new, what do you call them? Oh gee, I forgot what the word is. Anyway, one is blackberry jam fruit tree, and that's the peanut butter fruit tree, right? This one has come, look how well it's done after I moved it. I moved this one from the ground and put it here about 2 weeks ago. Look how well it's done. It's got all these new leaves. And it had a late season, what do you call it? Late season transplanting. I'm impressed. Novelty was the word I was looking for. These are 2 novelty trees, right? So they're not that much of a big deal for me, but these mangoes are. So, but I am going to be protecting these novelties. I have to, guys, otherwise I won't make it, because they're only like 5 months in the ground. That one 2 weeks. So yeah, I have to get to this ASAP. And as you can see, I don't know if that's from, see that color there? I doubt that's from the frost we had last week. That's probably from, that's hot sun damage from the sun in March, because I didn't have it covered. The same with that leaf, right? You can see the discolorization. Sometimes it's hard to tell what is sun damage and what is frost damage. But in any case, it's going to get covered. The Alfonso looks a little stronger, a little tougher. These are all baby leaves, these whoppers. They're all new. Look at the size of them. And there's no sun damage or frost damage on them. So I'm guessing this is a little stronger or tougher, resistant than the Quesar. But, you know, these are early days. The first blood orange is coming. for winter. What else? What's going on in here? The lychee. Yeah, lychee doesn't mind the cold, as long as it's not too cold. And when I say too cold, guys, below 0, right? That's too cold. The avocados here, the bacon and the shepherd, they're both established now, so even -2 won't even touch these. But we're not going to be getting -2 now, guys. Climate change, global warming is definitely here. So we got 1 to sample, or 2 to sample. There's another one somewhere up there. 3 to sample, maybe 3. I don't know, guys. 2 or 3 of the bacon, the first ones. The what do you call this again? Look what the wind has done. Smashed the leaves. So we must have had some wind. And some critters. Wind. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the bugs. So we got drought, wind, cold, bugs. Oh man, it's all happening here. It's all happening here, guys. That's the cherry moya. I'm happy to see new growth on the shepherd. Nice to see. On I was going to say new trees. This is. It looks new, but don't be fooled. Look how tall it is. What's going on here? By the way, I haven't been out since we got in last night. So we're doing this together, guys. I love doing things together with you. Surprise! All these surprises. That's our shepherd, our first shepherd avocado. There's another one there. The avocado that Aussies love to hate. I love the shepherd. I think it's better tasting than a Hass. So we've got new bananas now. Over the month of April, we've got that new bunch that came. 1. We've got 3 actually. 1. There it is. 2. And back there, hiding back there, 3. 3 bunches of bananas from this one clump. Right? Yeah. So that's pretty cool. But they're all leaning over my neighbor's fence, so I hope they support each other. I've got the bungee cords there. Hopefully we don't get any calamity like we did last winter. Yeah. I've also got the 3 racks here, the 3 bunches. 1, 2, and the one behind there hiding on the house. 3. Yeah, 3. We've got 3 bunches, so that's 6. Here's the reed avocado that we put in the ground late season. I think that was at the end of summer, either February. Was it February or January? It's dropping some leaves there, which means it's dry. It sure is dry. Sorry, guy. Sorry. When you see leaves dropping like this, young leaves. These are young leaves. When the young leaves are falling, it's thirsty. That means we haven't had enough rain. So I've got to water him. Oh, and also the new jala that I put in the ground. What was that? About 2 weeks ago, under 2 weeks ago. He's got new growth coming. Nice to see. Whilst we were gone. Let's see. Yep, there you go. But he needs water. Even the new leaf at the top has been eaten. Oh, the bugs will stop at nothing. Even one little baby leaf, they have to eat it, guys. So you can protect and cover all you want. The bugs will find a way to make your day. That's the other mango I have back there. The Tommy Atkins looks pretty happy. It's got a new flush of leaves there that have aged up well. I'll have to protect him as well because he's young. You don't protect the avocados in Melbourne, so they're not going to be protected. But the mangoes will be protected, and we've got some more things to protect here, like the canistel. Definitely have to protect this guy. He's doing okay now. It's got a new. That's nice there. A nice. What I don't know what you would call that, leaf head flush. That's doing really nice. My neighbor's using the chainsaw. I'm not going to cover the sapodilla. I don't think I should cover it. I mean, I can cover it because it's already got the stakes, and it'll fit. I don't have to make any modification at all. So this can be covered, but I was thinking of not covering it. This is definitely needing covering. That's the Mamei Sapodi. Look how badly he wants to flush out, but he can't because the weather is too cold now. Right? Yeah, he wants to open. That little head there, this little head here, and that little head there have to wait until October to open. Guys, they have to wait 5 months. That's 5 months of growth that we lose because it's cold for those 5 months. Don't be fooled by those sunny days where we get sometimes 20. It's the nighttime. The nighttime temperature is the problem, guys, not daytime. When it gets down to 3 Celsius, he's not going to put up with 3 Celsius. All right, this is the R2E2 grafted mango who needs covering as well. But look what he's doing. He's waking up at the wrong time. He's pushing growth. Yeah, sorry, guy. You're going to have to put that on hold till October. Yep, guys. All right, what else? All the white sapotes, of course. A few fell whilst we were gone. That's always the case. One there and one there. 2 splatters. 2 is not bad. Out of how many? 100. All right, let's move on. Oh, check out the black sapote. Oh, this is doing good too. This is the little lychee, the chompogu. Wow, he's really shiny and green. He's pretty happy, but pretty small. The Vernon's getting new growth. Everything is waking up, guys. Even though we're entering winter soon, a lot of the tropicals are sort of, what do you call it? Flexing their little tropical muscles, but not for long. Don't get too cocky. Mr. Atemoya. Come June, he's going to look like this. He's going to look like that. See the yellow leaf? Yeah, that'll be his color over winter. Not this lush green. This is temporary. Okay, so the black sapote's got nice new leaves. But look at that cluster of fruit. It's like, wow, are you serious? Dude, that's around 30 black sapote fruit up there at the top of the tree. Yeah, in that range. And then here in the middle, there's another, I don't know, 20. Yeah, so 50. There's at least 50 fruit on this seedling. Or maybe more. Sorry, there's maybe more. On this side, there's more. Maybe 60, guys. So he's really going to town. Remember, guys, I watered the heck out of this all summer. Remember when I was demonstrating to you guys about watering? I'm not talking about now in May. I'm talking about December to March. That's when you flood these guys. You don't do that now. If you flood a tree now, there's a good chance you'll kill it. Although there's a caveat there. We haven't had any rain. April was the driest month on record. So yeah, I guess you could get away with watering your trees now. That's an exception to the rule. But usually in autumn, you don't flood fruit trees in Melbourne. This year's the exception. You could do it. As long as the drainage was suitable, right? All right, what do we got here? Yeah, the black sapote. Here's the novelty Wampy, wrapping it up. Doesn't last long, it's just a novelty. Oh, here's a cluster here, right? And look at all those white sapotes on the Wilson. What the heck? I have to call my friend. I've got a backup fruit muncher. She's a raw vegan. That means she only eats fruit. Sorry, not raw vegan. She's a fruitarian. That's her diet, fruit. Nothing but fruit. And she's the only one that I can rely on to eat, to help us. To help us eat at least half of what I have here. Yeah. So I'll be getting onto the phone and calling her shortly. Guys, the white sapotes are ready. I've got 100 there. I've got 50 here. I've got 100 over there, and I've got 50 over here. At least between 200 and 300 fruit will be ready this month, the month of May. And we've got no chance of eating all these fruit. I'm surprised none fell in the past week from the lemon gold, which is great. We didn't lose one. But as I go around touching, guess who's ready? We've got 1, very soft. 2, very soft. We just made it in time. 3, soft. Well, I'm sure there's at least 10 if I go around doing the fruit squeezing, right? Yeah, I'm sure there's at least 10. Now this bugger here, the lemon guava, what I'm going to do is clean all this up, and I'm going to trim it. I'm going to trim it to half the height. Look what the passion fruit is doing. The passion fruit vine is climbing in here with flowers. Look, the flowers are here. So I got to tidy this mess up, man. Damn it. So he's going to get the chop. I don't want him that tall. What's this? This is the grumichama who's trying to fruit again for the second time. There's some more white sapotes on the ground. These are the Hawaiian Supreme, my favorite variety. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we lost 5 from this tree. There's 1 ready here. 2 ready here. So I better hurry up and grab those. Can you tell it's white sapote season? Can you guys tell? And there's another 4 there that are ready. And there's 1 in there that's ready. I need my friend ASAP to help us. So she's always my first choice because she goes through fruit like a bunny rabbit. Okay, so these grumichama, I don't know if they're going to ripen or grow. This is like the second crop. We didn't get much in December. It was a dud season. But now in May, there's a lot more fruit than there was in December. The thing is, will it be warm enough for them to grow and ripen? We've only ever had 1 end of autumn crop from this tree that made it to full size about 4 or 5 years ago. And they're all up at the top where the frost hits. They happen to be all up there. There's none down here. Great. Here that's protected. There's none in the protected area. Wonderful. Yeah, this is a tropical cherry if you're not familiar with grumichama. All right, let's see what else. There's a lot going on here, guys. The KP, I'm definitely not going to protect this from frost or cold because, guys, it's 2.5 meters. There's no chance I can get up there. The, what do you call it? The Paxton Prolific Custard Apple, Atemoya, he definitely does not need to be protected, nor does his buddy here, the Hillary White, which has reached 2 meters now in height. Oh, there's the gifted black sapote seedling from Dailies that I got a year ago. Wow. In only 1 year, it's grown 4.5 feet, almost 5 feet. Very impressed by the black sapote. This is my backup, in case you're wondering why I have another one. Guys, you don't know. Trees can collapse, they can die, they can do this, they can do that. So if that one gives me any problems, that's 10 years old, that one. That's 10 years old. but that can still have a fatal mishap. So that's why I planted a second one and a third one and a fourth one in the back. Yeah, this Bowen seedling is too tall to protect now. So he's gonna have to be protected from all these trees that are around him. Right? Look at all these friends he has. All around him. Yeah. Okay, this is the Indian white guava. And I see someone has been nibbling, of course. And I see one that's ready. But it's a tiny, what do you call it? Fruit fly. I see a sting. Wait. Is that a sting? Yeah. Of course it is. Yep. See that hole? That hole there. And it's soft. When you see a hole and soft, hole and soft means sting. Yeah, on this side it's hard. Let's taste it. It smells divine. Oh my gosh, it tastes great. Very, very good. Oh wow. The sweetest I've ever tasted from this tree. Yeah. Too bad. That's too bad. So next year, I'm going to cover these with fruit bags. There's a big one, but that's still green. That one looks next. Yeah, the fruit flies, guys. And I'm not talking about Queensland fruit fly. This is the island fly. The island fly is the one we have in Melbourne, according to my little research I did. There's another one that's already up there. A white one. See it? Yeah, that one there. Let's see if that's got a sting as well. Oh, there's two. Is that two? No, it's a leaf. So there's two there. Some whoppers here. Yeah. Wow, it's so sweet. Nice. Hang on, I'm going to try to grab that one up there. Look at the Vernon, man. It's become a monster tree. What the heck? Look at this. This happened like overnight. The Vernon white sapote. Oh, man. Look at the trunk. It's at least, wow, that's at least 12 inches wide. The tree, oh wow, here's the vista. Look at the size of this fruit compared to the guava. Wow, massive. Right? That's the vista white sapote. All right, let's move around here. Where are you, buddy? Let's see if I can get him. Oh, I love this guava. It's so, these are tropical guavas, not the cold ones. Does he have a sting? Yeah. He's got something going on. He's got a bite there, a bite there, there's a bite there. 3 bites. But I don't see any stings or any soft. He's not soft, he's firm all around. So let's taste him. Hang on. All right, guys. Hi from the tropical suntan that we got. All right, let's see how this is. This video is going to be long, can you tell? Nice and clean. Wow. It's so delicious. The way guava should taste. This is the sweetest tropical guava I've ever eaten here. I should have done a separate video for the taste. I'm so happy to taste this sweet instead of sour. Cat. Cat alert. Never seen that cat before. That's good. We need felines, for the rats. What's going on in here? Anything alive in there? Let me check. I'm not sure what that is in there. But nothing's moving, nothing's alive. It doesn't look like a bug. I'm not sure what that is. Looks like someone had a house in there and he departed. Don't know, it might be bug poo or just a natural core of the fruit. What do you think what that is, guys? I opened up the other guava, the first one I tasted. Oops. And that's what it's like inside, so I'm not sure if that's normal guava jelly in there or something more sinister, but whatever, I'm not going to eat it. Tasted amazing though. Tasted really good. No fermentation taste, just pure sugar and honey. So that made me really happy to see the white Indian guava finally taste the way it should. After, you're not going to believe it, I've had that guava tree for 11 years. 11 years to taste it sweet for the first time. Yeah, this is the starlings. Boy, does he need water. Wow, he's gasping. Even though he's gasping, looks like we're going to get some nice fruit from him, huh? Some nice sized fruit from the starlings. Yeah. But I have to, by the way, I'm going to be watering once I'm done with this video. Look at him. See how he's drooping? Whereas the lemon gold is not drooping at all. Very perky. Because he's 10 years old. That's 10 years old, that trunk. When they're 10 years old, you don't have to water them, guys. Whereas this one is only, what, a year or two? About 2 years old. Big difference. So, yeah. So I'll pick these up as well before I water or after this video. Oh, we also have a few mangoes left on the glen, right? So that's a good size there, but it still hasn't softened. It has a very slight blush. So we'll wait for that one. And there's a couple of other ones in the bag back there, around the corner. And they're fully green. So it looks like we're going to be getting mangoes into June, into winter. So starting in February that we had the first one, and June for the last one. What's that? February, March, April, May, June. 5 months of harvesting. 5 months of harvesting. That's amazing from the same tree. And guys, it's only because I've bagged them. If I didn't have bags on these trees, on this tree, we wouldn't be getting 5 months of harvesting. That'd be all wiped out and gone. Gone. Okay, wax jambu. A lot of new leaves on the outside here. They're not going to be happy though when winter truly sets in. See these nice, beautiful, oh, they're so nice, pretty leaves. Well, the idea is for them to hurry up and turn to dark green leaves like these ones, right? These ones are frost-proof. These ones are not frost-proof. These ones can be burnt, and those ones cannot, unless you get, a hard frost, which we don't get. Papaya. Did I show you the first papaya? Yeah, they're both doing great. They're almost, well, the other one's 5 foot, and this one's 4.5 foot. Almost 5 foot. Yeah, they're both doing great. I'm thinking of leaving this one uncovered because it's all, again, a lot of work unless I use. By the way, I'm not going to cover the jackfruit. Oh my gosh, some of you were going to say, you what did you say? Guys, I can't get up there. It's 10 foot. It's a 10-foot jackfruit. How do you cover a 10-foot tree? Huh? Yeah. Look how it outgrew the stakes from last year. These are last year's stakes. This one. And mind you, these stakes that are there now were 6 inches above the tree. So the tree was up to here a year ago. It was up to there. So it's grown a whole meter. Over a meter. It's grown over a meter since last May. I just can't get up there. I can, but I'm not going to. So these stakes here that are not going to be used, going to serving no purpose, the 4 outer stakes, not the inside ones, because they're supporting the tree from the wind. These ones, these thick boys, I can use those 4 to protect the papaya. At least do something with them, right? Protect the papaya and the wax jambu below. That's the best I can do, guys. I can't get up there. It's 10 feet. It's over 3 meters. I know it's going to be regretful. I'm going to be crying in September, October. I know that. But and the trunk is only 1 inch, and well, 1.5 inches at the most. So it's not really thick, but it's thicker than it was a year ago. Yeah, guys. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't totally decided, but at this early stage, I'm not going to cover it. I'm not going to cover this mango. I'm not going to cover the acerola. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to cover the acerola. I'm not going to cover the papaya. I'm covering the jackfruit, of course. Look how small it is. Pipsqueak. I'm not covering this mango. I didn't cover this last year, and it pulled through fine. It even fruited. It had fruitlets, but they dropped off. And it's 5 foot, and it's 5 foot 4 inches. So it's almost 5.5 feet. I have to cover this. Not really, but I will. That's the, what's it called? Oh, geez, I'm getting a brain fart. Come on, rose apple. Because it's so small. This wax jambu, I'm going to cover that. I have to, even though... And this little baby jackfruit here, which is dying of thirst. I'm going to water him. I'm going to cover him too, of course. Now this mango, the Florigon, look what he's doing, man. He's crazy. He's pushing new growth out just before winter. Look, one there, one here, and one starting here at the top. He's nuts. I was thinking of not protecting him, but I should, because again, he's small. He's only 1 meter. I'm not going to protect, of course, the strawberry guava. That doesn't need protection. Yes, I've got about 10 trees to cover, roughly about 10. All right, guys, I'm going to stop the video here and make a part 2 from the back. This was more of a walk and talk, and just an overview of the garden in late autumn. Part 1 of the front. The bottle brush trees sending out flowers. So he's pretty happy about the coming of winter. So it's not all doom and gloom for all the plants, as you saw with the white sapotes and the black sapote and the avocados. To them, winter doesn't exist. Well, not our winter. Oh, and the guavas. They just need water. Guavas need water more than anything. All right, guys, give us a like if you enjoyed this part 1. I'm going to do part 2 now in the back. And see what's happening there with all the all the good stuff, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I've got a lot of work to do as well over the next 4 to 5 months, mainly here at the back, starting with this bay leaf tree, this laurel. Look at the size of it, man. It's 2, 4, 6 meters. Darn! I planted this 25 years ago, and I regret doing it. It's getting ready to flower all over. It's got flower buds. It's beautiful, very nice in the kitchen, right? But guys, what a beast! What a beast! They told me you can't grow bay leaf in Melbourne; it's too cold. Really? Well, I've seen them grow in the UK. I don't know what kind of experts give such silly advice. Yeah, it's a beast. If I had planted a jackfruit tree here instead 25 years ago, fully protected, of course, it would have been this big now and fruiting. But who's to know? Who was to know? Or even a big mango, or whatever, right? Any tropical. All right, guys. See you all from part 2. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and we'll see you again soon.